Hey Bill, welcome to Oztruckintv. Mate, do you mind if we ask you a few questions?
Not at all.
Okay Bill, tell us a bit about yourself.
I've been in transport since 1964, first running Melbourne to Mount Isa. I've driven everything from rigids to road trains. At present I'm suffering from metastatic prostate cancer, which the treatment stopped me from driving, but you know, I still keep in touch with the transport industry, and it's been the biggest part of my life over the last 40 years.
What's your biggest safety concern in the transport industry today?
Lack of education, in as much as with the law, with the people that make the laws to govern transport. There seems to be a lack of knowledge to come up with the correct solutions to the problems that the transport industry have.
If you could influence road safety, what would be some of your ideas, Bill?
The driving hours should be severely looked at, because if you're to work in a factory or an office, or you know, even out digging ditches, as we all know, every state has a Labour Day, which was to celebrate the 40-hour week. Yet for years, and I'm talking from early 70s, late 60s, early 70s, when the logbooks came into being, that instantly it's gone to 72 hours for truck drivers with no extra remuneration or anything. And now it's gone to 14 hours, which is a 72-hour week. Yet, you know, there's people do become fatigued, and the only reason they, you know, the main reason they have an 8-hour week is because the people working machinery don't become fatigued.
All right, Billy, what would you be doing if you weren't driving trucks?
Well, at present I'm not driving trucks. I'm hooked up with the Liberal Party in South Australia in an effort to try and get some of the laws altered or changed, for a better word, so that the industry can be better governed, and for safety, along with education of drivers, whether they are truck drivers or car drivers or riding bikes. You know, the one point I put to the committee was, when we teach our children, we teach from a very early age to look right, look left, look right, walk, don't run. Yet no other education as far as road usage is given to those children until they're 16. It should be done it should be part of their education, so that they understand what the law is.
All right. Have you got a nickname out in the road?
Yeah, well, I was known as a fruit fly.
Fruit fly. Any reasons for that, Billy?
Yeah, I carted fruit and I used to low fly.
Okay, fruit fly. You heard any good jokes lately?
Well, here's an old one, but it's a good one. There was Jackie. He drove a road train from Alice Springs to Darwin, and every Saturday morning he'd go down to footy club, have a bit of a game with the boys and a few ales, and then lunchtime he'd head off in the road train. Anyway, this particular Saturday he's down there, and while they're having a bit of a game, he breaks his leg. So they take him down to hospital. He's got plaster from hip to toe. So he rings up the boss and he said, "Boss," he said, "I broke my leg." He said, "I can't drive the road train." And his boss says, "Well, Jackie," he said, "the reason you're driving it, not me," he said, "because I can't." He said, "That's what I pay you the money for." He said, "But the road train's got to be in Darwin on Monday morning." So Jackie said, "Oh, my brother Bruce can drive it." He said, "All right." He said, "Well, I haven't got much option." He said, "Just show him how to use the mobile phone and send him on his way." He said, "But tell him," he said, "day or night, I don't care, any problem, ring me." "Okay, boss." So Bruce takes off in the road train. Anyway, Sunday lunchtime, the boss is there and he's about to carve up the roast, and the phone rings. He picks up the phone, he said, hello. He said, hey boss, it's Bruce. He said, Bruce? He said, yeah, Jackie's mate. He said, oh yeah. He said, I've got a problem. He said, what's the problem? He said, I've just run over a pig. He said, so? He said, well, it's jammed between the bull bar and the radiator. He said, look, he said, you got 3 trailers behind you. He said, in there's got to be a shovel or an axe or something. He said, just cut him up, he said, and throw him on the side of the road. He said, but I don't want you putting the axe or shovel through the radiator, just be careful. He said, okay boss. He said, alright. He said, you done the right thing by ringing me. So anyway, boss settles down and he's having his lunch. The phone rings again. He said, boss, he said, it's Bruce, Jackie's mate. He said, yeah. He said, well, he said, I done like you said. He said, I cut that pig up. He said, oh good. He said, but I've got another problem. He said, what's that? He said, what am I going to do with his motorbike and helmet?
Still laughing at that last joke, eh? What music do you listen to out on the road that gets you motivated?
Mostly country. The likes of Johnny Cash, Summer Slims and Kevin Wilson.
Okay. What do you enjoy about working in the transport industry?
My biggest enjoyment, I think, is from seeing the country, not having a boss looking over your shoulder, knowing what you've got to do and be allowed to do it, and the freedom that comes with that.
Okay, Bill, we've made it to the end again. Is there anyone out there that you'd like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, a few people actually. The first would be my nephew, Dave, or Chops as he's called, and all the fellas that are around my age, which is in their either the late 50s to early 60s, that have been out there for the years that I'd been out there, and yeah, keep on going while you can. Okay, here's a message I'd like to give out. At present I'm suffering from metastatic prostate cancer. This was diagnosed after I'd had a little bit of trouble with the waterworks. I'd never been sick, I didn't feel sick, I felt no pain or anything from it, and I'd strongly suggest to anybody out there, especially, well, it's mostly, well, it is men, that from the age of 40 onwards, it's a simple test that you go and have a PSA count done. It is a bit embarrassing to have the finger up the bum, but that is one way they've got to do it, because if prostate cancer is caught early, it can be cured. So don't be like me and think because I'm not sick, I'm not sick. Because I wasn't sick, but I am sick, and now I'm suffering. So please, you know, for your own sake, and you know, it's done in the privacy of a doctor's office. The doctors will only be too happy to give you a PSA test. That's all you've got to ask for. Thank you. I'd like to thank Oztruckintv for this opportunity to voice my views, and to ask that if anybody has any input into what I'm doing, please feel free to contact Mick, and I'm sure he'll get it to me. Thank you.